Hi, I'm Andrew Armstrong and welcome to the back office teardown lab. Now here we have something that I really don't feel I'll want to be doing a teardown on. This is the Nintendo Game & Watch anniversary because it's Mario's 35th anniversary right now, so that's why Nintendo are doing a few things, and these things apparently are limited runs celebrating that, so they're not going to be around forever. And I pre-ordered this some months ago and it's actually arrived today. They said they'd be releasing it on the 12th. Today's the 13th, and here it is in my hands. And I'm going to do something some of the collectors will not do, and that's open them. And this is one of those issues I have. I quite like receiving old computer things without the cases, because I really don't like collecting the boxes and cases. So unfortunately, I do have the box and case for this, which means I'm going to have to keep it with me for the rest of my life. But let's just have a little look and admire it. I'm going to push it out of this plastic slipcase. This is the kind of case they use to put it on the shelf. Unfortunately, it is taped to it. So I'm going to see if that tape, yeah, I'm pushing it gently. That tape is yielding. I want to get it out without ripping the box. I think you can remove that tape if you want to and use a bit of label cleaner. But what's nice is the box itself actually has some artwork on it. If you see that, it's got the Mario scene, so that's pretty nice. Actually, I will keep that. You got the Bowser on the back, everything, because the main box is pretty pretty plain. It's almost like an animation, isn't it? You could play there. Anyway, okay. So we have colour screen, and it's got the classic ball game on there, and it looks really authentic. This looks how I want to imagine this used to look. I mean, I've only seen these in pictures and in hazy memories from when I was young, because the cardboard cases never survived really over the years. They've housed it here in the ball variety, and I don't know if it comes in different flavours. And what's super annoying, I actually bought two of these because I gave one as a gift and I didn't look on the front, but I suspect they all have this ball case because that's one of the games on it. And if we look on the back, you have the Super Mario Brothers original game that we had all over the world. You have the Super Mario Brothers 2 that they had in Japan, which was known as the Lost Levels over here. That's why it says Lost Levels. You have the Game & Watch ball game, which you saw on the front cover. And you saw there is a time function, which I believe is on screen when it's charging, but we're going to experience that momentarily. You don't get a USB lead or AC adapter, so you will need to supply those yourself. And I'm just going to see, yep, the plastic does come off neatly. So if you are a bit of a perfectionist and you like to collect things, you can keep that pretty neat. So I'm going to try to open it, and I'll let you know. Oh, it does open okay. There's no ripping going on, and it does say special thanks to you. Well, thank you, Nintendo, for what's that? For all the years of gaming. What? Oh, it does have the lead. Am I talking nonsense? It just doesn't have the AC adapter. Did I read the box incorrectly? Well, that's a bonus. That's a Nintendo C lead. So there you go. You don't even have to open that if you've already got one, though. You might want to save that. This thing seems tiny. It is. It's quite tiny and light. Wowee. Now, if you remember my review of the Russian Game & Watch clone, it feels a little bit like that. And I think it's about the same size. There's no kickstand on the back, no battery doors to lose. If you remember as a kid, you always had the battery door with a bit of sellotape and a bit of cardboard shoved in. Let's power it up for the first time. The screen, by the way, is purest black. It's really nice. It's a very, in fact, I'm going to think it's a very shiny, clean screen. I'm almost wondering if there's a screen protector available for this, because it feels like, oh, you'd want it. I've turned the lights out so we get a better view of it. Press the time button. Okay, and there's the time. Oh, look at that. That is a sharp screen. That's razor sharp. So let's go to game. Super Mario Bros. Here we go. Does it have the music? Yes, it does. Ha! Wow. The speaker, where is the speaker? There's no speaker vent. It's like the speaker is inside the unit. I can feel the whole unit reverberating when I play. This is definitely okay. Let's turn this off before YouTube copyright kicks in. Now, the keys and the buttons definitely feel really nice. They're quite pronounced, a little bit harder. I think you'll get used to it. The screen though is absolutely superb. I've got some of the old £10, £15 things you can buy on the internet for my kids, and they play it on that, but this feels a much slicker experience. I'd have to give it some serious time to really see how that gets on, but I can't imagine this gaming experience is going to change that much through the play. Let's take the lid off it. I've got my special screwdriver. Nope. Needed to put a little bit more torque on it. Oh, in fact, hang on a minute. Yes, it is doing it. These screws are a little bit small and the screwdriver is a little bit worn, so it's taking a little bit more effort than I initially expected. Screws are out, the moment of truth. Seems to need a bit more than I expected, so it is probably clipped as well. Let's be a little bit careful. In fact, there is a clip point there, as you can see under the screen. Not too bad though, it's running your nails under them. I think we're good to go. Let's get the other side. In fact, that's your speaker there. That's your speaker vent. Don't shove a USB in there. That will not like that. And there's the back shell. Wow, look at that. That's cool. So the speaker is ported. So it's pointing towards the front and it's ported at the side, and it is a proper Nintendo rechargeable lithium-ion battery, but look, it's actually replaceable. That is fantastic. The folks over on iFixit will be very pleased with that. And it's running, look, you can see the processor here. There we go. It's running on an STM32H7B0, so it's an ARM Cortex. It's a little ARM chip right there. Woohoo! And the chip next to it, and I'm going to have to get in close, is, ooh, I'm seeing 25U8035F. I'm thinking that's a memory chip. That's probably a little bit of flash that's holding the game. So it should be relatively easy to mess around with one of these. I'm not going to take out the main board just because my gut is telling me that there's probably just the pads. Something flicked out. The pads for these on the back. Now, I did lose something, but that's okay. It was just the power button. We can pop that back in. We'll do that after. What else do we have here? So you've got a little tiny tack switch there for your power button. You have here a moisture detector, so Nintendo know if you're messing around. Looking at the USB, I can tell you there's not many pins connected. So I don't think, it's hard to tell because it's a USB-C, but I don't think it's got data lines connected unless they're on the bottom of the board and I can't see it. But yeah, hard to tell. Hard to tell. But even so, you do seem to have a pin header here, and that possibly is used for programming an app. So they might just be able to program them from there if we don't see anything on the USB, if we chuck it into a computer. But that is absolutely great. I'll just pop the cover back on. I'm really pleased with this. It's really nice to see that Nintendo have made it quite serviceable. It's using interchangeable parts. The battery's not soldered on. I think that it's really important because if you have Game Boys and classic machines of that ilk, you'll know exactly how repairable they are compared to some of the later ones, especially the DS's that crumbled or the ones where the top screen fails and you can't replace it. So this is really nice because it's something that you can keep going. Admittedly, it's not massively powerful, but what could be useful is that if you can hack the ST chip on it and get some additional hardware going, I think that's going to be really cool. I think people trying to get homebrew on it is definitely going to be an activity. And I don't think Nintendo do these things on purpose, but it's almost like they're not trying to discourage it. And I like that in this case. You know, obviously for their standard consoles where they've got to sell games and have revenue, reoccurring revenue from games to cover the costs, they need that. But for something like this, they don't. So yeah, why not let people hack these to bits? Oh no, the screen's dirty now. It's got a fingerprint on it. I guess that means now it's fine. It can live in my pocket. But yeah, I'm going to be playing some Super Mario. Oh, something I heard, by the way. I heard if you plug it into the charger, the clock comes up. So if you want to, you could 3D print a stand so that you could plug your USB charger in if you want to use it actually as a watch, because it really, I don't think it's going to serve its battery very long if it is used in the same way as the older ones were. Because I used to have the time on the corner all the time and be doing stuff on the screen, but this is not the technology for that. Oh my gosh, I remember this game. We were happy with this type of game. Thanks for watching.